Alright, hello and welcome everybody back to another stream. I'm Yoursimcfi and I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Today, we're going to be taking another look anyways, at the AnyBuilds A330. This is a default aircraft for this sim for Microsoft 2024. It is free for anybody who owns 2024. But I have installed the flight model update, and I have went ahead and installed a sound mod. The sound mod, I think, causes some crackling, popping sound for me, but we're gonna give it a try either way. It's gonna be a very short flight, Montreal to Toronto. This is a real flight that Air Canada does operate. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I want to say thank you to all you guys who are watching so far, who've been watching in the past as well. So thank you guys all for that. Really appreciate all your support. Going to be mixing up the content here and there with the DCS content, some Microsoft Flight Sim content, maybe some real life content as well. We'll be mixing it up, but I've never really flown an A330 before. I've never really had one in a sim. This is, I think, is probably the best one I've seen in a little bit. We've never really had a decent one forever, really. I've never played X-Plane. I know there's a good one in X-Plane. I just never used it. So, yeah, we're going to have a good time in this. This in real life is a grease machine. This airplane lands just so smoothly. So we're going to be doing a little bit of that. I want to say thank you guys to the partners of the channel. You'll see them at the top right corner of your screen, and to the members of the channel who watch my channel every once in a while here. So thank you so much, and who are supporting monetarily as well. So thank you so much for that. We're going to get this show on the road, Montreal to Toronto. Should be about 48 minutes in the air, so very nice and quick. And we'll take this A330 for a ride. Let's go take a look at these engines. These are the Rolls-Royce engines. This is the 200 variant. Very good looking engines there. And we're going to go ahead and jump in the flight deck, and we'll get started. So let's go ahead and jump in here. And I've already went ahead on the iPad and selected, change my sensitivity. I've already selected my weight and balance and everything, so we're loading that up. It's going to take another 11 seconds to load all that up. Go to the overhead panel here. We'll select our battery switches, 1, 2, 3, all on. And look at our external A and external B power. A, B. At the top here, we'll select our IRSs to nav. I guess I should get the nav lights on first. There we go. Nav lights to 1. Nav. And nav. Alrighty, moving on down. Cruise supply, we'll turn that on. And then looking over here, we have our fuel tanks, our pumps, or we'll leave those off for the time being. Everything else is set the way we need it. Our lights are set, nav 1, that's all good. Our seatbelts are off, no smoking can go on. Our emergency lights can go to arm, and oh, too much. And our overhead panel is pretty much set for the time being. That's all we really needed to do. Looking down at the FMS, we will get this all sorted out. So we'll select FMS 1. Clear, clear, clear. Init. Request. There we are. We got Montreal, Toronto. The alternate's Trenton, which I'm not going to use. I'll probably use Hamilton in reality. Next page, we'll enter in this data here. I wonder if I could just click it. Oh, I could just click it. Nice. Click that all in. Perfect. And that matches. Sweet. We'll click Flight Plan. Montreal, departure. And Montreal Airport is using 24 left, 24 right. From here, probably departing 24 left, most likely. 24 left, Montreal 5. We'll insert that. Toronto, arrival. Most likely 24 left over there as well. Yeah, probably 24 left, I'm going to expect. The ILS 24 left. That is going to be the Ragged 6, the Torney transition. There we go. We'll insert all that. That's all been inserted nicely. We'll click the performance page. And we'll go to the iPad. Takeoff. sync 24 left. Calculate all that. Send to FMS. Click. Oh, I guess I can't click. Confirm takeoff data. There we go. That's all been inputted and perfectly done for us there as well. We have flap 1, flex at 58 takeoff there. We'll press secondary flight plan, copy the active, so we have another one ready to go. Init page, wind, request. We'll get that sorted as well. And now we have the utmost up-to-date winds. We'll leave this on the flight plans page. We'll head up to upstairs. We'll grab our APU online, the APU master, and the APU start. Oh, we'll wait a couple seconds. There we go, APU start. Let's head outside. Looks like we're the only ones in Montreal tonight. Pretty quiet. This is MK Studios, Montreal. Thank you guys all for watching, by the way, as well. Something's going on with YouTube recently, I've noticed, and me and a few other creators are not getting the views that we used to get before. It's almost like there was like a YouTube botting or something. We used to be getting constant 20s and 30 viewers concurrent, but me and a lot of others are noticing that that's not the case anymore. So I think the algorithm has changed. They're not really pushing channels like ours anymore, I guess, to people that want to see it. Which is kind of a shame. We'll see if that ever changes, but we're catching on to you, Mr. YouTube. Mr. FO Pilot Depth is streaming right now as well, and he's noticing the exact same thing as I'm noticing. But that's okay. I wonder why I'm not getting much sound out of this. Let's see. Yeah, it's set to Razor. It's just the sounds are really bad. Okay. Alright, well, that's okay. APU sounds aren't the greatest. However, our APU is now online. We can select the APU bleed. But before we... Yeah, there's no air cart connected. APU bleed is fine. We can disconnect our ground power. We'll get over here. We'll select ground. And we'll get rid of the engine covers. Oh, wait, those already got rid of. Chocks. And we'll toggle the GPU. The chocks, it never let me do it from inside, so it seems like I gotta go outside with walk around mode and do it. There's like a weird click spot somewhere for them. There we go. I don't know why, but there we go. We'll close the door. I'll just press close all. Close all. There we go. GSX will prepare for pushback and departure. Oh, I guess we have to wait for IRS, don't we? We have 2 minutes to go on that. We'll leave the parking brake on. We have 2 minutes there. It says IR in alignment, 2 minutes, so we'll wait on that. While we're doing that, we'll set up our autopilot panel. It's going to be 5,000 feet. Flight director is on. We have managed 5,000 feet. I'm going to select constraints, and I'm going to select constraints over there. It's going to be nose to the left when I do want it. We're going to wait till our IRS is aligned, and we'll be good to go. We get our predictive wind shear to on. Ground control SPRS on as well. Our transfer down here, we'll set to all. And we'll squawk 2000, that's fine. We'll turn the transponder on. We'll leave the TCAS portion of that off. And we'll tune in 19.9, which should be the CTAF for Montreal. There we go. Don't be shy, guys. Feel free to comment as well. You guys are what make me do this stuff, so appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully all the sounds and visuals are all good. Just waiting on IRS alignment, and we'll be pushing back out of here in Montreal. This is, again, the Unibuild's A330, a completely free A330. I've heard it's not terrible from multiple people. We're going to be using a lot of gear today, guys. Using the wing control tiller, the wing control Ursa minor throttle, the wing
Montreal
control...
Traffic Air Canada 918, making a right-hand turn onto base for runway 24 right, Montreal.
We're also using the wing control FCU and EFIS as well. So a ton of stuff from wing control. This airplane's massive. Never been a fan of the nose of the A330. I don't know why, but I like the tail of the A330. I like the way the tail looks. In real life, it almost looks a little more curved. I don't think that's done correctly, to be honest with you. It just looks off. In real life, it has a nice, more luxurious kind of curve to it. That guy's turning a right base 24. I think he said 24 right, so that's fine. 24 right is usually what they land on. 24 left is usually what we depart on. Our IRSs are all aligned, so before we get going any further here, I'm going to go ahead and select our beacon light on. Our doors are all closed. Our fuel pumps, auto. Nav accuracy upgraded. Perfect. We'll leave that on the flight plan page. Leave that on the direct page. Actually, we'll leave it on the perf page, like that. It could be the other way around, technically. It'd actually be like this. But that's fine, whatever. And I'll select the parking brake off. We'll just set ourselves to inch of mercury over here. Press the B button so it sets it for us. I don't really be bothered to do that. 3008. And parking brake released. Here we go. On the push. Scoop, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. There's really nice sound mod for the A330 over on .to. I have it installed, actually, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Montreal traffic are kind of 529, pushing stand 51. Alright, let's go ahead and start her up. So we'll select our engine starters to 1. I'll give you guys an outside sound start first. We'll go start number 1.
Montreal Traffic Air Canada 918, 10 mile final runway 24 right, Montreal.
I don't think it worked. Let me go check, make sure it's mapped in here. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh, the engine isn't turning. Oh, I'm being dumb. Huh. I wonder why. Oh, there we go. There's engine sound inside, but there's no engine sound outside, which is strange. Alright, we'll set our parking brake. We're gonna start number 2. Alrighty, perfect. I'll lower the sounds just a little bit for you guys there. Seems like I'm sitting quite high in my seat here. I'm just gonna change that.
Montreal traffic, Air Canada 426, entering the right downwind for runway 24 right at 10,000 feet, Montreal.
Alright, the tug is disconnected. We'll go ahead and get our APU bleed off, our APU master off as well. Oh, whoopsie! Seatbelt should have been on. We'll come down here, we'll select flaps 1. I'll give you guys some sounds of flap 1.
Montreal traffic, Air Canada
There's
918
absolutely
short
no
final,
sounds for
5
that.
miles out, runway 24 right.
Go and arm our spoiler, get our engine master back to norm, and we'll do some tests here. So let's go full left. Full right on the flight controls, ailerons there. Full down. Full up. And we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the tiller from the nose wheel steering. Full right. Full left. And we'll go ahead and unclick that again. Auto brakes maximum. Park and brake deselect. Taxi light on. And we're ready to go, guys. We're using the wing control tiller to taxi around. Crazy Italian, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. Why is the reverse being plugged out? Oh. I don't think I set my throttles up. I thought I did. I thought I did this already, but we'll do it again. There we go. Now we should all be good. There's no one here, so I'm just going to transfer over to the left here. You're not really supposed to do this, but we're going to do it. And again, I'm using the tiller to steer right now. Don't know why there's no outside sounds. I must have broke something with the sound mod I installed. It's kind of strange. It works inside though, so that's good. Takeoff config is normal. And we'll get our track IR running. It says YOLO. Taxiing with a tiller, guys, is really, really fun, actually. A lot better to taxi with one than it is without. It's easy to be very precise with the tiller. I've been idle this whole time. This aircraft just likes to go. What I'm going to try to have to find later is use auto tiller disconnect. Rudder, this one right there. That's what I want. Okay, let's actually steer the right way. Because what was happening was my rudder was also activating as my tiller, and it would be overriding each other, and it didn't work out too well. Sorry about that. Little sneeze. Put our track IR back on. Slow down for this turn. Going way too quick. But now it's nice you can do braking and tiller at the exact same time. So it's much easier to steer.
Montreal traffic, Air Canada 918, vacating runway 24 right onto Bravo 2, Montreal.
Oops. So now it's nice you can do what we do in real life, which is rudder for very small corrections on taxi, and then your tiller for the actual turning of the aircraft. Got the Air Canada Maintenance Center on the left hand here. Chico, welcome, welcome. Do you think you'll get the 220? I'm excited to pick it up for my short haul options. Yeah, I'm probably going to buy it. Most likely, if I were to guess. I don't know why we don't have engine sounds out here. This is definitely a bug on my part. It should work.
Montreal traffic, Air Canada 426 turning right base for runway 24 right, Montreal.
Going a brisk 30 knots. Just flying on this taxiway. No pun intended. With no sounds. You guys want to fly from the left seat or the right seat today? Start slowing down for the turn come up ahead. Montreal traffic, Air Canada 529 left, runway 24 left, Montreal. Alright, let's go ahead and get our lineups out of the way. So we'll get our landing lights on, turn off lights on, nose to, or taxi to nose, strobes on as well, TCAS TARA, and we are good to go. Just gonna go ahead and slow down just a little bit more. You want left side? Alright, we'll do left side for you. Dominic, hello, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. This is the Dominic Express flight. Oh, we got the takeoff config, okay. Everything's ready to go. We're clear left, we're clear right. So we should be all good to go here, guys. If you guys are members of the channel, please get your flex emojis in chat. Alright guys, if you're ready to go, let's run them up 50%.
Montreal traffic, Air Canada 426, 10 mile final, ILS runway 24 right, Montreal.
Beauty. Let's get back on centerline. Montreal traffic, American Canada 529 on the roll, 24 left. 80 is checked. Rotates a little interesting. Gear up. We didn't really have to pull up. We kind of just wanted to go.
227 flying or descending 5,400 to 4,000 heading 056.
Flight director's a little overzealous.
Agnac, expecting ILS runway 24 right.
Alright, flap 0. Disarm the spoiler. I come down here and we'll press direct. Let's go direct melty. Execute. Nav. Autopilot 1. Speed alt star. Let's keep going up. Climb. Gonna go up to our cruise alt, which is 36,000 feet. Just did the YZYO earlier for Thursday in Toronto. There you go. I know. I guess I missed that. Oh well. Alex, welcome. The way that thing rotates is an immediate no for me. It's not the most realistic thing in the world, but it's the only A330 we have, and for some reason I think I've glitched my sounds with the sound pack installation.
Traffic, Air Canada 426, short final, 3 miles, runway 24 right, Montreal.
So I get no sounds outside, but I get sounds inside, unless I pressed a button or something that I didn't mean to press. But anyways, spoilers are disarmed. We can go get our runway turn off and nose lights to off. It's been very smooth. Let's just go belts auto from here. Or off, I guess there's no auto in this airplane. And we should have some smooth sailing ahead. The weather's been beautiful all day. Aviation Bros, hello. Welcome up. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Metro says 90, or says hello. I don't know what I'm reading your name. Welcome. That's my next thumbnail. Yeah, don't know why there's no sound. It's kind of weird. Sound inside, though. Anyways, through 10,000 feet. Lights off. Pressurization is checked. The belts are already off. Smooth sailing ahead. Go over to 28.8. I'm just going to hurry up the clock a little bit to get that sun into my face. That's good with me. But if anybody else has experienced this issue where you don't have external sounds, but you have internal sounds, please let me know. I've never seen this one before. I'm like 99% sure it's the sound mod is the problem. I probably installed it incorrectly or something. But we were going to fly the MD-11 actually tonight, but my yoke setup is still kind of terrible, so I'm still working on getting a good setup for the yoke. But we will be back in yoke airplanes soon. Maybe tomorrow with the Fokker, possibly. All right, we'll go standard. 1, 2, 3. Aviation Bros, you're still here. Me and Lucas are both noticing that our lives are not getting nowhere near the attention they used to. Do you know of anything like that? Of anything happening recently? Now the top of descent's going to be coming up already pretty shortly, as I like in my flights. You can go ahead and start prepping for the landing. Actually, they only have a takeoff section. I guess they don't have a landing performance. It's all going to be through the FMS here. We'll go next page, approach. We'll fill this stuff in while we can. So, runway 24 left, it's 20 degrees Celsius. A QNH of, just altimeter 3016. Goes up in there. The magnetic wind 290 at 7. Oops. Oops, go there, please. Make me type it 290 at 7. Oh my gosh. I'm misclicking all day. 18,000 290/7. Here. Very much altitude, I believe it's 750. I'll check the chart, but 24 left should be 750. 747. Put that in there. And we're all good to go. It's all been filled out. Now we're just cruising. Just chilling. It looks like we have Toronto 8 that's online and Toronto Approach, so that's going to be good. I'm going to start flight recorder just to have it open for later. Vorticy, hello, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Just testing out the A330 Bienna builds with the updated flight model and the what's it called? Sound mod. The sounds for some reason in the external are broken for me, but the internal works. So that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. We're flying into Toronto. Top of descent's coming up in about 10 minutes or less, actually, looks like. So everything's looking so far so good. Doing good. What helped fix the PC? Nothing. Just restarted the PC. That's it. I think what it didn't like me changing on the fly frame gen to non-frame gen. I think that's all it was, because it's 100% fine right now, and it's always been fine. So I didn't want to change anything because I knew it wasn't the settings. It just something didn't like what happened, so just restarted the PC and ended up working just fine. Doug, welcome. Is this MS-24 default aircraft? Yeah, this is a free default Microsoft 2024 update or airplane. All I've done to it to make it better was I installed the sound mod, and I installed the flight model update that someone made for free on flightsim.to. The sounds, as I've been saying, are broken for me out externally, but the external sounds work, or the internal sounds work. So anyways, we're coming up to our top of descent actually already. We're level at 36. I'm just going to go set this to the bottom, which should be 7,000 on this arrival. I'll quickly take a checky. 7,000, there it is. And then once we're cleared the ILS-24 left, we'll go ahead and just connect the arrival into the approach. Mr. Pilot, hello, welcome. So I'm not a certified MD-80 flyer. Yeah, I was tuning in for a little bit there. It looked a little interesting. I haven't obviously flown the new native version. I will probably be able to check it out tomorrow. But I had never had those many problems that you were having in the older version. So I don't know if it was an update or you or something else. But for me, it's always been very good. Very good airplane, and with the VNAV and all that kind of stuff. It's always really good. Dog, you need to update the sound pack. I'm pretty sure I did. I have it installed in the community folder, but maybe I'll uninstall it and I'll reinstall it and fix it, because my external sounds are completely broken, but my internal sounds work. So there's something messed up. I'll fix it later on tonight or tomorrow even. I don't know if I'll be flying this a whole lot. It's decent. Like, it's good for free. It's really good if you like, for free. 100% flyable for free. But because I own the 350, 320, 340, I'll probably do a 340 flight next. I haven't touched that in a while. And we'll get our Airbus craze out of the way, and then next week or 2 weeks from now we'll go back to the MD and all the other cool stuff, the Fokker, the RJ. We'll do some flying in that kind of airplanes. I gotta set up my desk again for yoke aircraft. Do some caravan ops as well. Top of descent comes up at Libum. Never set that on. Whoopsies. I always forget this is a thing in the Airbus and Boeing. In the CRJ in real life, it's automatic. It's kind of nice, actually. As soon as the weight off wheels, timer starts to go. It's one of the very few automatic things we have in the RJ. Check the update. Oh, yeah, maybe I should do that. I think I just installed like a day ago, but I'll check it for sure. I think because I had to restart the sim, I rushed and I didn't know I set correct takeoff throttle settings and it just went straight to toga and then messed up. Oh, I see. Yeah, the MD-80 does not like that stuff. It needs to be done like in order. It really doesn't. It gets all screwed up if you don't do it properly. And then I don't know if you know, to use flex in the MD-80, you'll have to use your the ART switch. It's near those thrust setting buttons next to the gear. It's actually a guarded switch. To use flex, that switch has to be unguarded and clicked in the whatever it starts from in the opposite direction. I think it's up, but ART is automatic reverse thrust, I believe it's called. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, that has to be switched off for flex to work. You had that? Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, the MD-80 it really doesn't like anything out of order. Everything needs to be set for to all work, but I haven't had that many issues before. But it is one of those birds that you can't rush as much as the newer airplanes. I don't think I set right fix. You know, I mentioned to you earlier, but I was talking to the guys and saying, like, I don't know why, like, you've been noticing, and I've been noticing, and other people have been noticing the views are just going down, man. I think, like, YouTube has different algorithm things going on. Chelma, hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well, my friend. We're just checking out the Unibuild A330. This is my actually first flight in it. I did a landing a couple days ago, but I've never flown it till today. Everything seems to be working out pretty good, except for my sounds are broken in the external mode. That's probably my fault. But the internal sounds are working, so that's good. Top of descent's coming up pretty shortly here. And once it hits the 5-mile ring, I'll press my altitude knob in, and we'll start our descent. I capture a little earlier than later, preferably. We have a headwind of 40 knots, so the airplane should do just fine on descending. Won't be a tailwind situation where it gets interesting. Tailwind, you want to start a little earlier. Mord, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Tomo says, do you have the mods for it? I've been told it's good playing with them. Yeah, I have the... I'm pretty sure I installed the flight plan mod, or the flight plan, the... I'm pretty sure I installed the sound mod correctly. I just dragged in my community folder and extracted it, and then I installed the flight model mod as well and did the same thing. But I'm gonna have to... I think I'm gonna have to uninstall them and reinstall them just to make sure everything's working correctly. It's fun. Press our descend button in. There's descend. Because currently the sounds don't sound all that great, and in external mode they don't work. So I definitely screwed something up. I don't know what mod I have running, if it's working or not, so we'll see how this all goes. But everything plane-wise, for the most part, is working quite well. $11.95 IDP, that's correct. I shouldn't have to put the course. It's wrong by one number. We'll fix that up. We do have Toronto Approach online, which is kind of cool. I'll give you guys a quickest approach briefing. We're just going to be descending via the Ragged 6 and we'll do all the restrictions as briefed. It'll be connected into runway 24 left via, let's see what that is, Lisdu. So we'll put Lisdu over Lisdu once we're cleared for the approach. It's going to be a visual backed up with ILS runway 24 left, page 11-7. I forget what the effective date is, but I'm just going by memory. Curix 1970s FAV cross, and then misapproach is runway heading to like 1.9 on the IDP, I think. That's a left turn. And we'll go out and hold. 359 to Pepfo, that's what we do. The memory banks are working slowly. 3-degree slope, Pappy's on the left side from memory. Obviously you should read a chart, but I'm just having a good time. And then we're going to exit to the right side. And once we do exit, we're going to be short of runway 24 right. Not going to cross 24 right until instructed to do so. Then we're going to expect Delta cross 33 right, Alpha, and probably Alpha Kilo to our gate, most likely. Maybe even Alpha Mike actually to the gate. And that'll be about it. You're now briefed. Yeah, I might check it out tomorrow. Yeah, you might enjoy it. It's the only A330 I've ever flown really in a sim. I had the Aerosoft a long time ago, I think in P3D, whenever that came out. I think I had it. Could be wrong. I never had one in X-Plane, and I never had one since, so this is the first one I've ever had. I really, really hope we get a good one of these. I kind of wish Tolis came out with this plane instead of the 340. I love the 340. It's really good. I think it's a cool plane, but I think a 330 would have been a much better option to do than the 340. Oh, look at that. Toronto got offline. Just in time for me arriving, as they always do. Everybody gets offline. It's like they know I'm coming. They just go offline. But, yeah, I think Tola should have did this aircraft first. I think the only reason maybe they didn't is they wanted to use the 340 as a test bed to see if they're able to do it. Which in that case is a good idea. Just so people wouldn't be, you know, really upset if the 330 never came out or was really bad. But now that the 340 is out and they did a really good job on it, I think the race is to the 330. I think Phoenix should drop all stuff, make 330. Indie Builds should do an update on this, make a much better A330, and Tola should make an A330, and FS Labs too. Whatever one of those four come out first, we'll have the good slice of the pie on the 330. Scoop says Headwinds has a good A330 as well, free too. I never even heard about that one. Never even heard about that one. Well, there's no controller. So... Oh, that's weird. There should be a discontinuity there. But, whatever. We'll leave it connected. And again, with no controller at all, I'm just going to go direct Lisdu, which is a straight-in approach. And we're going to go 3,000 feet. Right there, like that. And we'll be good to go. Let's go straight direct in the approach, the way I like it. The life of a bag. Anyways. Really want that Bluebird to come out 7.5. I want the 7.6 as well. Or the 6.7 as it's also known as. Headspin simulations is A330-900. Okay, so they do the Neo. Yeah, I think if they make an A330, like whoever makes one, I kind of want a clapped out like 200, like one of these, like just like I want it to be used for like 25 years, like 4 MELs a flight. That's kind of what I want from it. I don't know. I don't really care for an A330 Neo. It's a good little screenshot right there. Back on our descent profile. You guys ever flown on a 330 before in real life? Pretty smooth ride. And you see it land, obviously it has a really high nose angle when it lands, and when you're sitting back here, or even further back, like it looks like you're about to stall, but you're not. It just looks weird. Oh, I guess we can run the memberships here if you guys want. Let's see. Membership gifting. Oh, wait, I did them all. Never mind. We'll have to do it next month. Next month. All right, transition. 3017. Set it on the center one as well. The VNAV seems to be working okay. I'm gonna set Lizdu to a different speed. I'm gonna do 210 at Lizdu. That way we don't have to fight it later. But for a free airplane, it works quite well. Another plane I have that I can't fly without spending hours to figure it out is the Blackbird Simulation C-130J. Worked on the old H models while in the U.S. Air Force in the 90s on the engines. Ooh, that's really cool. Well, I've never flown the Blackbird version, but I have flown the DCS version on, obviously on DCS. So I think I have a startup in one of my lives on it if it helps you out. It's a really cool plane, actually. I don't really do too much in it, but it is pretty decent. Dat, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Bill says, how difficult is DCS? I only fly MSFS and I want to get into DCS. It's as difficult as you make it for yourself. DCS is it is difficult, but if you enjoy learning and you enjoy fighters, then you should have a nice time learning it. It will take a while, and there's a lot of stuff to DCS to learn, but with the right crew, you can feel free to join us when we play. I think you'll enjoy learning it. What my tip for DCS learning is stick to one aircraft for a while till you get good at it. So pick an airplane that you think you're going to want to use. Like if you think you're going to want air to ground only, I'd go and only air to ground. I'd probably go the A10. It's a lot of fun to learn. If you think you want a mix of air to air and air to ground, the F-18 is usually everybody's first choice. It's a very easy, good airplane to learn for a first choice as well. But once you pick the plane you want to do, stick to it, and then the hardware becomes a problem for a lot of people. So coming through 10,000 feet here, I don't know why it's slowing down so much. I want 250, but that's fine. Lights can go on. We can cycle the belts. So pick an airplane, stick to the airplane, and then get hardware for DCS. So you're going to want a HOTAS system, hands on throttle and stick. So that means a stick and throttle with a lot of buttons on it, basically. Wing Control currently is having a massive sale on all this stuff. So I would, if you want to get the DCS, now's the time. I'd go on Wing Control's website and look at their cheap stick bundles. You can get a pretty good stick and throttle for like $300 total, or you can get some even cheaper stuff and make it work as well. But you're going to want a HOTAS system, and you're also going to want some sort of head tracking. Head tracking can come a little later down the road. However, if you do have VR, Track IR, Tobii Eye Tracker, Open Track, something, it's really, really helpful if you're doing fighters. Air to ground, you don't need it as much, but in fighters, air to air, you're going to really, really need it. So that's what I think keeps people away from DCS quite a bit, is the amount of things you need to make it work. You don't need a HOTAS. You could use a keyboard, but it gets very messy. You don't need head tracking. You can use an Xbox controller or like maybe your mouse or something, but again, it gets very messy. Whereas if you have the hardware, it's a much more seamless process to do. There is a place for all levels in DCS. This is true as well. I've got the Winwing Airbus side stick and throttle. Yeah, there's not enough buttons on that. So to give you just like an idea, the A10 has 5 hat switches. 4 hat switches on the stick, and an additional 2 on the throttle, plus a slew axis. And then it has over 11 buttons, and that's all your stick and throttle. So the 18 has somewhere close to that. All the modern fighters have close to around there. The F-14 doesn't have that many, but the F-14 is also a bit of an older aircraft, usually a bit harder to learn unless you have someone helping you and guiding you through the F-14. But that's where it becomes a problem. Again, it's not impossible to do it with an Airbus stick. I know people that do it. It's just you'll have to map a lot more stuff to the keyboard, and it gets pretty messy, and modifiers and all that kind of stuff, and it's not an easy thing to learn, but it's still something. So what I would do in your setup is I would get the sim. I would make sure not to get it out in Steam. Make sure to get it from Eagle Dynamics' website. Just type in DCS on Google. Make sure to get it from the website. It's free to download, and then make an account and do the free trial program. And free trial anything you want. You get it for 2 weeks, or is it 1 week? You might get it for 1 week. I forget. It's either 1 week or 2 weeks, and you get to trial the airplane out. So I would try the Hornet first, and if you want help, I can help you out. I also published my very first part 1 tutorial in the Hornet a few days back. It's quite a long one, but it's a startup and a bunch of kind of basic stuff. Today I did basic dogfighting on the live stream today as well. Dude, your performance video has helped me a lot. Thank you for thank you, my guy. Flying while I was at Winnipeg. Oh, nice. Flying Infinity, thanks so much for stopping by, and glad it helped out. It seemed like it helped a lot of people. I didn't think a lot of people were going to watch that, but it seemed like it did quite good. So thank you guys for watching it, and appreciate the support. What do you think about the F-14 BU? I love it. It's good. It's really cool. Is it $50 worth? To me, no. I think that should have been $10 or free. $50 is a crazy ask in my opinion. That's my opinion alone. I know there's a lot of work that goes into it and all that kind of stuff, but for the average DCS player that already spent $90 on the aircraft to get some screens and some different functionality and stuff is a bit crazy to me. I think a lot of people that buy it aren't going to see the full changes that they did do. So I think it should have been free, or $15. 50 is a little crazy, in my opinion, or be a separate module altogether. I'd be happier with that. Make it $50 as a separate module, because if you don't own the F-14, you can't own the BU. You have to buy the F-14 and then buy the BU as well. So you're spending like $110 or something crazy on the whole package. But it is cool though. It makes the airplane easier to fly. I honestly, other than the GPS guided bombs, I can probably do just the same level of damage air-to-air wise with the BU that I could the BU, air-to-air wise, but air-to-ground you can definitely do a lot more. We're going to press record on my flight recorder, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to 18.7, which is the CTAF frequency. Toronto traffic's Air Canada 529. We're going to be turning long final runway 24 left. We're just approximately 5 miles to the east of Lisdu, 4,000 and 3,000. But Bills, if you want, join the Discord that I have in the link down below, the Discord link in the description, and just message me there, and I'll give you the Discord to my DCS Discord, and I can help you out with some stuff. It is a huge learning curve. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is a massive learning curve that you'll probably... I'm still learning stuff after 12 years. And you will be learning things... Like, you won't really probably be super confident with your airplane, depending how much you use it, for at least a month or two. Or more. Especially if you start going online with multiplayers and all that kind of stuff. But it is fun. You're supposed to enjoy it as you're learning it. Alright, we'll go ahead and get flap 1. $50 and it's not standalone? Yeah, that's nuts. I know they did a lot of work, and I'm close to someone who was on the team, and he's telling me they did this and this, and I understand that it's a lot of work. But when you go to market that, it's a bit of a stretch. I'm not saying no one's going to buy it. I bought it, and they're probably going to buy it because it's Heapler, and it's probably one of the best simulations you can buy. It's probably the best simulation you can buy of the F-14, the F-4, and the Viggen. They make all 3 airplanes, and they're fantastic. Let's go landing system, and we'll press approach. Loc glide slope arm. Loc star captured. But it is a little steep for price. That's my only thing.
2,500.
Descend and field, but yeah, whatever. Perf. This should have activated by itself because we intercepted the final leg, but that's fine. Glide slope captured. Let's go ahead and go flap 2, gear down. Again, my exterior sounds are glitched. I don't know why, but there go the sounds, or there go the gear. I feel like I have more situational awareness in the BU. Well, yeah, that's why. That's what it's there for, right? But I've flown the B for so long and DCS in general that my SA and the B and the BU are pretty much the same. That TID display is what really is golden in both of them. You can really learn a lot from it. But the RWR is a lot better in the BU though. Alright, keeping about 180 to Curix, we're going to start slowing it back. We'll press our manage speed. Flap 3. Yeah, I'll join. Thanks so much. No worries, Bill. I'm on tomorrow. If you want to be on tomorrow, I can help out. If you get the Hornet, I would look online, look on YouTube how to install DCS and how to free trial, and then I can help you with the Hornet or the A10 or whatever airplane you choose tomorrow. I pretty much know them all, so feel free to hit me up. Flap full. Arm the spoilers. Auto brakes are medium. Just waiting on the cabin. No one here to tell us otherwise. Lights are going on. Toronto traffic, it's Air Canada 529, short final, maybe 24 left, Pearson. I need to learn JDEMs in the BU. Yeah, that's something I haven't done yet. I'm not a Jester user. I absolutely hate Jester. So I'm waiting on videos on Rioing and how to do it, and I'll learn it in the back seat and I want to learn it in the front seat. DM perfect, no worries, Bill. Alright, let's go autopilot disengage to see how this thing flies. No autopilot disconnect sound, even that's broken for me. Now this thing is a grease machine. Not that we're gonna get it grease, this is my first landing in it. We'll see how this goes.
500.
Check stable. Basically nothing on the wind. The roll is very stiff. The pitch is not that stiff.
We're going to be taxiing to runway 234 then via Alpha Hotel.
I can't. This guy's call is messing me up.
Quebec, Toronto traffic.
Don't hit any trees on your way. And stop myself. I have to stop being snarky on Vatson. I'm visual disregarding the glide slope. Visual outside.
50, 40, 30, 20, reach, 10, 5.
Walk the nose down. Get those reversers out. My brakes. Hand on the tiller and the rudders at the same time. A little bit of right brake, a little bit of right rudder. Perfect exit, Delta 4. Here's some traffic, Air Canada 529 crossing 24 right, Delta 4. Not bad. Not a bad landing. So this is track IR right here, Bill. I'm able to look left and right, up and down. So in DCS, it's much nicer to use, obviously, and much more useful. Still good here, though. Let's get our after landings once we're clear here. Flaps are going 0. Spoilers disarm. Turn off lights off. Taxi or landing light off. Nose to taxi. Strobes can go off. TCAS to standby. A little bit of braking for this turn here. And we'll start that turn early. So I need HOTAS, some kind of head tracking, and what else? That's pretty much it. I'd start there. Once you really get into DCS, obviously you're going to upgrade your HOTAS most likely, and you'll probably get into VR. Before I started streaming, the only way I can play DCS after I tried VR was VR. I played DCS non-VR for 5 years, 6 to 8 years actually, and then the rest of my 12 years has all been VR, and I didn't even know how to fly on 2D ever again. The VR is so much better. But streaming for you guys, I play 2D. But we'll get to that point later. I would say HOTAS and head tracking is really priority 1. And then you can go from there. Pearson traffic, Canada 529, crossing 33 right at Delta. Taxi Delta Alpha to gate 176. Toronto. Alright, let's go and start the APU. Master's on. Add a little bit of braking here. Start. First turn is Bravo. We're going to go past that over to Alpha. This, guys, I'm using the Wing Control Airbus tiller right now. It's so fantastic for taxiing. It's so amazing. Yeah, that United's starting to move. We'll hold here for him, I guess. Anytime you want to give way, you're going to give your taxi light off. APU bleed can get turned on. We can shut down number 1. Oops, there we go. Number 1's coming on down. It's a beautiful A340 right there. Absolutely gorgeous airplane. We're going to be in that airplane next. That's a 300.
Traffic, cafe. A330 Heavy is lining up away, runway 23 behind the Boeing 777 at Quebec.
Well, this gives me time to set up my GSX. Beautiful Air Canada skin, too. Gate. Next page, next page, next page, next page, next page. 171 is fine. No.
And,
Air Canada.
Air Canada 15 with Golden Runway 23 on the KISS at 4 departure.
Get that right engine going. Left engine is shut off, if you guys remembered. Doing a single engine taxi. It's going to take a bit longer to get running. Just set one engine power, let the airplane start building thrust. Or building speed, I should say. Is Toby good? It is pretty good, Bill. I like Track IR better, but if you're going to buy Toby, Bill, I have a code down below, code CFI, and you'll save, I believe, 10 to 15% off. So if you're going to buy Toby Eye Tracker, please use the code. You'll save some money anyways. I still do prefer Track IR in my opinion, but Toby's a little cheaper and does the job okay. Have you tried the Polish Airbus and X-Plane? No, a long time ago I had their 320, but I never really cared for X-Plane all that much, to be honest with you. Beautiful sunset in the background there. What is happening? This guy's like drifting. '72. 71's around the corner. We have the crew in sight. Taxi light goes to the off position. What's better, Orion 2 HOTAS or Warthog on Orion HOTAS Max? I don't know what the HOTAS Max is, but so depending what grip you want to buy, I would first look at what airplane you want to fly. So let me know, do you want to be air to ground, or do you want to be air to air? Or do you want to be both? Do you want a modern fighter mix of both air to air and air to ground? Or do you want to be a ground pounder like a Warthog or something?
Tone traffic, your Cafe for 819 Heavy is clear runway 23, and we're directing Bisty on course. Tone traffic.
Is this Tiller? My gosh, is this Tiller nice to taxi with? Single engine taxiing, as you guys know. Look at that, 0.2 off. That's all Tiller. I feel like we should not be going in this close, but we'll do what they want. This feels way too close, GSX. Can't even see you anymore. Come on. Alright. Park and brake is set. I'm gonna turn off track IR. Whoops, that was not the right button. There we go. And we'll go ahead and number 2 is offline. There we go. Beacon light off. Seatbelt sign off. Fuel tanks off. Or fuel pumps, I should say. And that's it. We're all at the gate. And that is exactly what I said. Way too close, GSX, but good job, as usual, at being the worst payware add-on in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, 2024, P3D, and FSX. You suck, GSX. Anyways, panel state, we're going to go ready for takeoff. We'll just do that. Go ahead and cancel GSX. Disconnecting from VATSIM. Gonna restart our engines there. Gonna flaps back to the full position. Press stop recording. Go away, GSX. Mike, welcome. How is the A330? It's actually pretty decent. It's not bad, actually. I quite enjoyed it. With the two mods, I got the sound mod running and the flight model mod running, and it worked quite well. To my knowledge, I actually quite enjoyed it. So it's not going to be, you know, your Phoenix or anything crazy, but it does pretty good. I love the F-16, F-18, so I guess air to air. Okay. Yeah, the F-18 is probably your best, easiest plane to start with. It's probably the best. There's a ton of videos on it. It's a very easy plane to fly. It has fly-by-wire. It's basically the Airbus of DCS. It's a very, I don't want to say hand-holding, but it's a very hand-holding baby jet. It's very good at that. And then once you kind of really learn the Hornet and you love the Hornet and you love that kind of stuff, you can venture out to like helicopters like Apache, or you can venture out into the F-14 or something like that. So once you learn the Hornet quite well, you can venture out into something else. M scenery is worse. Yeah, maybe. All right, let's give you guys some replay videos here, footage. I'm gonna pause right about here. Get my drone camera out. Set this guy up. About there. Track aircraft. Unpause. Nice. Nice safe landing. This airplane lands quite well, actually. Better than I thought it would. We be live tomorrow? Probably not as much, but probably. I'll probably do an F-18 or something stream in the morning. Or maybe I'll be helping Bill it tomorrow. We'll see. You know what, Bill? We could do a live stream together if you'd like. We'll do a stream called like teaching the F-18 or something, or maybe brand new to the F-18 or something like that. I usually have a course that I take people through. It's about 2 to 3 days. I can't do all 3 days, but it consists of one startup, takeoff, how to climb the jet correctly, how to use autopilot, how to enter a coordinate, and then we come back, talk about on-speed AOA, and do a landing. And that's all the first day. And then from there we go on to the air-to-air stuff, because people like to know how to shoot stuff. It's kind of what they want to do, right? So let's go to a wing view. Trying to get rid of those spoilers, but looks like they're gonna stay. You be down? Sweet. Over Discord? Yeah. Wow, looking crazy rough from in here. ZHU has an event tomorrow. Sally, I'm not S1 yet, but if you want to fly, I don't even know where that is. The replay's kind of screwed up a little bit. DCS itself is free, correct? Oh, that wasn't that hard. The inside it makes it look like it's a carrier landing. No, that was not bad at all. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna wrap up the stream for today. Bill, I think you already sent me that message, so we'll reconvene tomorrow. But thank you for watching. We'll do maybe 2 more replays here, and then we'll call it a day. Again, sorry that the spoilers are deployed for this replay. Comes from stock aircraft too, but they aren't fully developed as payware, but they can do still very fun. Okay. This Kai cause stuff. Bills it free, just need, yeah, you need 200 gigs. Yeah, that's true. That is true. All right, we'll set this up. We'll go to the drone cam, bring this on back. And again, guys, that's going to end it for me. We'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching and be a part of the channel as you guys do. And we'll be seeing you.